Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today, time to get out.
So pretty much, I started hanging around more. And I only hung around for maybe a week or two, maybe 3 weeks. I came to the clubhouse here and there, helped them out with some stuff here and there. But I made sure to let them know I'm interested. And they're like, okay. Well, they asked me to come to church one night. So I came. They pretty much they brought me in and they had asked me some questions. And here's why I respect them. I had a tattoo on my hand that I shouldn't have had anymore on my hand. I just didn't have the time or the money. And it's just tattoos you forget about. Even though it's on my hand, it's something I'm worried about making money, paying my bills, being there for my kid. 100%, I should have got rid of the tattoo a long time ago. So when they found out I wanted to hang around, they did their research on me for sure. But they wanted my side of the story. And I gave them my side of the story. And they're like, okay, well, you got to do this one thing before we can move forward and it makes people happy. I said, all right, whatever it is. And like, we're going to get your hand covered up. I said, all right, cool. So they got a tattoo artist. It's a good friend who's now a good friend of mine as well. And he covered up my tattoo. So I was able to move forward and kind of leave a part of my life that should be the past. And I'm just going to leave it there. It was now in the past and I can move forward. So,
yeah. So that's like the first. Well, you told Coyote you were kind of interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go to church, this is where you're like, I really want to do this. You're like making it clear that you want to do it.
Yep.
And do you get a cut right away? Do you get a
No.
They make you wait, right?
Yep. I hung out. Well, they were like, "We'll get a cut." I said, "All right," but I had to hang. I hung out for a couple more events and went to a couple more things. The thing is, it's always unknown. You don't know what these guys are thinking or got prepared for you, so you just go with it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my top and bottom rocker till December 20th or something like that. I don't remember the exact date offhand, but it was in December, and that's pretty much where I went from there.
So when you get your top and bottom rocker, that makes you an official prospect, right?
Correct. So hang-arounds, you get a flash, that just says Tucson, and then once you prospect, then you get your top and bottom. You just don't get the center, and there's a lot of other patches that you're not going to get.
So yeah, so you have a cut when you're hang around. You have a cut.
Yep.
And you just get one patch, right?
Yep.
It just says like you're supporting them.
Correct. Yep.
And so when they finally give you the prospect patch, what's that like? And how has it been being a prospect?
So just like I told the old lady is, what I prospected for another club, it was just, I wanted it, but I did feel like I was myself. What I was able to get the opportunity here, and I started hanging around with the guys, it was like, all right, this is it. I'm committing 100%. It was just a feeling. It's like, I can't let myself down. This is something I want. And it's not even about the club or wearing a cut to me. When I met these guys, I can read people and like, they're genuine, humble, being themselves, but they're authentic. They're going to tell you how it is. They're going to not tell you how it is. There's not, oh, we're going to be nice to you so we can get you to come here and bring up our numbers. They don't care about numbers. They rather have quantity over quality. Quality over quantity.
Yeah, quality over quantity.
I was like, all right, but I get to be myself. I don't have to pretend to be anything else. I don't got to be this macho dude. I can be me. And if I got to be vulnerable and have some feelings, I can do that. If I got to, back them up, I can do that. I'm just being me. So when I got those patches, I was like, this is it. I ain't failing this time. But also, it felt like home. It's like when you go, you're looking at houses. You can walk into a house and see, oh, can I see myself here? Is this it? And you're like, we'll look at some other ones. And then you got those houses you walk into and you're like, nah, this is it. I don't care what I got to do. This is where I'm going to be. So
Yeah.
that's where I was at with them.
And so, what's it like riding around with these guys?
Man, that's probably just a different feeling in itself. We all have our different riding styles. You know, Coyote likes to chill. He's the chill one. Given his circumstances of accidents, um, he just chills. But me, I ride aggressive. So many other when me and the other guys ride, some of us we ride very similar, and some of us like ride in sync. It's weird. We never ridden together, but we have similar riding styles that we're in sync. That's fun, but
Yeah.
also just letting people know we're here is just a fun experience.
Yeah, when you're driving down the road and you see all these people are looking at you guys,
Yeah,
are you like, yeah, I'm here?
yeah, but at the same time, to me, it's like I know how many dumb things people are thinking in their head when they're looking at my back. And I can only imagine what they're saying, what they're thinking. You know, we're just assuming. Probably got their phones out and they're making social media posts saying a bunch of bullshit. But that's okay.
Have you had any situations happen?
I did the other night in a grocery store.
What was that about?
I got called a racist.
What? Really?
Yeah, he's like, my ancestors died by that symbol, and I'm just saying. I mean, you're taking it to be a hate symbol. Cool. I'm gonna feed into it. I was being a smart ass pretty much, and he didn't like it. I let
Yeah.
people assume what they want to assume.
I mean, I don't know of any other way to show people that it's not about that than to have Coyote be a representative for that club, you know?
I mean, we don't we don't care regardless. You're gonna
Yeah.
judge and everything else, and that's on you. We don't care. We know what it stands for, and that's all that matters. I mean, we need to change your mind on anything, and that's why we're outlaws because we don't care what society thinks. If they don't understand and don't care to understand or ask questions, then that's on them. And it is funny though. I mean, we went to an event 2 weekends ago or a week ago, and you know what? A lot of people ask more than anything
Hmm.
to a lot of the guys. What's the MF stand for? They didn't care about. The swastika on the back. They want to know what MF standing for. So, I mean, some people they just it's it's funny.
How did you get your nickname?
Uh, the first night that I got my top and bottom rocker, I had to earn it. I had to find it, and it involved a very cold body of water, and I wanted to get out of that water, so I made sure to find my stuff as soon as possible and get out. So Coyote was like, "That's it. You wanted to get out. You got out. You're get out." I said, "All right, cool."
I thought like you walk in on people a lot or
No,
something.
no.
Get out. That's it.
No, it is funny now because people don't understand it, and when I got to do my introductions, the other night I did slip up and introduce myself, but I was like fixing my button, and I saw them coming up, and it was at the clubhouse, and I shook their hand and I said, "Get out," but I didn't say the rest of what I'm supposed to say, and I
Yeah.
just kept fixing my button. And then one of the old ladies was like, "You gonna add more to that? It's just like you just sounded like you told them to get out." I was like, "Oh no, my bad." Not what I meant.
Do you guys have property patches for women?
I
Do the
don't.
old lady like do the old ladies have a patch?
They do have our names on them, yeah, but there's things are just different, and I don't know how to answer that or what's behind all that just yet, so I can't
Yeah.
really speak on that.
So what has the prospect period been like for you?
A very fun journey, and I don't want to say it's easy, but I don't want to say it's hard. And the reason I say that is just naturally when I'm calling you a brother or I feel like you're my family and you need something, no matter what, patch or no patch, I'm dropping what I'm doing. I'm coming to help you. So I'm just naturally a person that helps and it's there for people. And
Yeah.
pretty much that's what prospecting is. Like they're seeing who you are, how you are to do things. Are you trying to just earn a patch because you want one? because you want to feel cool on a bike, or are you actually going to live up to being a heathen? And I think when you're there for your family and your brothers, you're showing that. So I help out a lot. I do some things, and I don't say no. So it's not hard, but it's definitely not easy. It's trying to find the balance because I own a business too. I'm a full-time dad, so trying to balance it is probably the hardest part.
Yeah, do you find it difficult to try to balance your personal life with the club?